the whole ceiling looks like the Sistine Chapel, and he kind of references this in another scene.
Mm-hmm.
It's just bodies sewn together.
Yep.
Um,
Really creepy, really eerie. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining us today. It's October 6th. Thank you so much for tuning in for our 31 days of Halloween. We've made it to day 6. We are talking about a movie called Jeepers Creepers. Where'd you get those peepers? Where'd you get those eyes? Jeepers Creepers, the movie. Awesome movie. Definitely held up to what I remember it when I watched this movie when I was a kid. But I love this movie, and Justin Long's awesome. This movie is very interesting, has very weird pacing, but I feel like it's executed correctly. And that's like my opinion on it. I see a lot of flaws in this movie watching it again, but I did enjoy it a lot. So, Anthony, first time watch?
First time watch.
All right. What is
Jeepers Creepers.
What are you feeling?
I'm feeling good about this movie, and you just you basically took the words out of my mouth. The pacing is good in this movie. Like I think it's really well done because you spend a lot of time with these characters in the car until the moment comes when they see this individual, which is
Jeepers Creepers.
Jeepers Creepers. And he's doing things in his van. And I like the whole shot of him just staring at them as they drive by.
They're like, is he dumping body down the hole?
Yeah, he's just chucking these things down the hole. But yeah, it's awesome. The whole time it works up till that point, and then you have him coming and slamming their car because he knows he saw
too much.
They saw too much. Yeah. So he comes and slams their car, and I forgot the character's name.
I don't remember the name. I just always Justin Long and his sister.
Yeah, Justin Long. We'll just say Justin Long. Curiosity killed the cat.
Oh yeah.
So after they get slammed by Jeepers Creepers, they decide to go back to the church where Jeepers Creepers was tossing these bodies down the well. Justin Long falls in there all the way down, and he discovers some eerie things.
Spoiler alert, by the way, for anybody who hasn't seen Jeepers Creepers, we're going all in on this. I'd just like to give a little spoiler alert, just because I know people are picky about that. So this movie came out forever ago. Okay, you should have seen it. Yeah, so he goes down. You can continue if you want.
Yeah, he goes down. He falls down. Really, he falls
He's
down.
Like, I'm
gonna
go down here,
and he says, "Hello." He tries to contact someone that's been recently thrown down there, and he does hear something, and then he approaches one of the bodies, and he opens it up, and this person has been sewn.
Yep, and he's alive,
and he's still alive. Yeah. Then the horror, he's traumatized by this because he's trying to find his way out of here, and he realizes that this place is the whole ceiling looks like the Sistine Chapel, and he kind of references this in another scene. It's just bodies sewn together.
Yep. Really creepy, really eerie.
Yeah, it seemed like they were preserved too. The way he was like a taxidermist type of person that sewed all these bodies up there, and he's totally terrified by it. He tells his sister. He's like, he gets back in the car and he can't talk, and she's like looking at him. She's like, "You're gonna talk to me? Tell me what's going on." He's like so traumatized by this.
So, by the way, the Justin Long's character's name is Derry, and his sister Gina Phillips is Trish.
That's right.
So
Derry and Trish.
But yeah,
I'm so bad at memorizing characters' names sometimes.
Sometimes we watch so much stuff that sometimes it just blends together, and that's no offense to like anybody's performance or anything. It's just maximum brain capacity when watching movies.
So yeah, And then Derry's he's just traumatized by this whole thing. They make their way to a diner and they totally freak out. And Trish goes in there and goes, "We need help. We need help. We need help." And everyone's like, just normal.
Whatever.
They call the police. The police come. And this is where it gets a little interesting. Jeepers Creepers does come back. He goes through the belongings and he smells his clothes because there's a scene with her where he says, Trish is like, "You need to wash your clothes, dude. You're
stanky.
You stanky."
You stanky.
So he's basically he's scanning this person because he knows he wants to take this person at some point. So they get out of there. They're escorted by the police station, and well, actually, should go back a little bit. I'm going to rewind a little back into the diner because I kind of want to keep the story on pace here. They get a call from a random psychic, a lady, and she knows exactly who they are. And Derry kind of gets freaked out by that. And she's like, "I want you to listen to the song." And that's when she plays the Jeepers Creepers song. And then he goes, "F you, lady," hangs up. Then they get escorted with the cops. And then the song comes on.
Yep. She's like, "Anytime you hear this song, run." Yeah.
So the song comes on and Jeepers Creepers comes and attacks the officer's car, and he decapitates the officer and kills them and takes the car.
Yep.
And the head pops over the top of their car. They slam on the brakes, and you get this scene, which is really well shot, of Jeepers Creepers, and he's a flesh eater. He's a demon.
Yes.
He uses people's flesh to disguise himself because he doesn't want you to know what he is. So he's having this scene, going back to the scene that's really well shot. It's framed. He's like sucking the tongue off the officer's head.
Yeah, he like bites the tongue. Yeah.
And so I just thought that was really well shot, and it was really awesome. And then the movie proceeds. They like go to some old lady's house, and then he has like a bunch of cats.
Yeah.
And then he's like, and it's really funny because they go there and he kind of looks like a scarecrow because he's trying to mimic the scarecrow, and she sees him. She's like, "Get the hell out." And she like blasts him. And then he flies away.
Yeah.
Because he's a demon.
He's a demon.
And he's got wings. Then that happened. Well, where you get the reveal of what he is when they run him over.
Yeah.
And apparently he regenerates fast because he's a demon. They go to the police station. They stay there, and then they meet the psychic lady, and then from there they battle the cops in there. Jeepers Creepers gets them into a wall, and he looks at Derry, and he wants to take Derry because
he does.
And Trish is like, "No, he's not worth it. Take me.
Take me instead.
Take me instead."
He's got Derry captive. He's holding him, and this is kind of like when all the cops rush in, and they're kind of like, "What in the hell is this thing?"
And he just looks at him, and then he just flies off with him.
Yep. And
it rolls. You know, Trish just freaked out. She just wants to find Derry, but Derry, which is really cool. Jeepers Creepers is he's a smart little feisty demon.
Yes.
He covers his tracks by burning the church because he doesn't want anybody to know what he's doing, and he already started a new facility in an old factory.
Yes.
So, at the end, you get this nice shot of it at the end, and he took Derry's eyes, and there's a nice shot of him with his eyes.
Yes.
So that's how the movie ends. And
yeah, Jeepers Creepers. It's a very awesome movie. So I definitely recommend going to check it out for yourselves. Because I say the Second act is probably the worst act, just because it's a little slow paced. But other than that, like, I think this movie is solid all the way through, and I really like the use of the Jeepers Creepers song. I think that's awesome, and yeah, you don't get to know too much about the creature. You know just enough, and I like that. It's like forever discovering things. Obviously, this movie continued on with the franchise.
Yeah.
There's several more movies. We don't talk about any other ones past the second movie because they're bad and they're no go. So, but the second one's really good, so you should check that one out too because it definitely expands on the lore of Jeepers Creepers.
That's great because I feel like I wanted more in terms of the character itself, the creature, and that's kind of where I kind of put a knock on this film. I like it was well written, but there's some holes, and there's it could have been better written in certain areas. Like I wanted to know more about the psychic. You don't really know much about her.
I really like the direction that this movie has, and I like the acting. I think is really done really well by Justin Long. And not just him, but just like mostly all the cast. One thing I can compare this to is The Grudge. It's like why the hell would you go back?
Yeah.
Why would
just
you
keep
go?
driving?
Just keep driving. Who cares? Like it's not worth it, man. This is the bum bottoms of Florida. Like you need to just go. But curiosity killed the cat, like Anthony said earlier. So,
but I do like how you find out who Jeepers Creepers is.
Yes,
and that kind of accentuates the poster. What is eating you? Because you don't know what it is.
Yeah,
so it's really cool.
What would you give it?
I like this movie. I'm gonna give this movie a 4.
Nice,
just because of those little nitpicks I just said about the writing. Other than that, it's a good movie. It's a solid watch. It's not like oh my god, it's a waste of time.
No,
it's a good movie to watch, especially during the spooky season now.
Perfect. I'd give it also a 4 out of 5. Everything that Anthony said, I agree with completely. So, that being said, getting right into it. Fun fact time. Fun facts for Jeepers Creepers fans out there. Let's see what we can pull up. Justin Long's first leading role, and he was only 22 at the time of filming.
Damn.
So, I know that's pretty crazy.
He really did he did a good job in this movie. He acted his heart out in this movie. Yeah, and he did a great job.
This movie came out. This movie came out in 2001. So just for reference of time, Justin's now late 40s. The original truck from the film is owned by a private collector in Maryland who kept it as a relic and also provided it for the production of Jeepers Creepers 3. He also rents it for some events and conventions.
There was something with the license plate. What did the license plate signify? I mean, it was something.
I don't remember.
Because remember they played the license plate game in the beginning of the movie?
Yeah, what was this?
Because it ties in with the psychic lady.
Yeah.
I was just like, I wanted to ask if you knew.
No, I don't remember.
We can't go into that right now.
Okay. At the time of its release, this was the highest grossing film to ever be released during Labor Day weekend. The record would subsequently be broken by its own sequel, Jeepers Creepers 2, in 2003.
Nice.
Justin Long pointed out in several interviews that the film did not even have an official premiere since the MGM logo or MGM studio did not expect much from it. So no premiere, but they walked out with a lot of money.
Yeah, it was a hit.
In the scene with the cat lady, all her cats looked through the screens on the windows because tuna had been smeared on them.
Oh my god. That's funny.
Let's see. At around 8 minutes, according to Justin Long, his stream of urine as Derry and Trish stopped by the road to pee was real and not faked for the shot. This was shot in Central Florida around Ocala. The highway where much of the film was shot didn't appear deserted enough, so Victor Salva got local homeowners to uproot their mailboxes temporarily.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. The beginning of the movie is partially based upon the real experience of Ray and Mary Thornton while driving on Snow Prairie Road near Coldwater, Michigan. While driving, a van appeared in their rear view mirror, driving aggressively and ultimately passing them. They made a note of the license plate, which started with GZ, and remarked, "Geez, he's in a hurry." Sometime later, they approached an abandoned schoolhouse. The Thorntons saw the same van parked to the side of the building. They witnessed a man holding what appeared to be a bloody sheet. Soon after, the van appeared behind them again and stayed behind them for more than 2 miles. The Thorntons turned off, and the van passed them. What they didn't know was that they had just witnessed murderer Dennis Depew dumping the body of his wife.
Oh, damn.
That's a wild fact.
That is a wild fact.
That's a wild fact. That's an awesome fun fact. That's like awesomely terrible, but awesome. Justin Long and Gina Phillips said that Victor Salva's screenplay was so terrifying that they had to put it down after reading the first 20 pages or so and come back to it hours later. Let's see. Justin Long and Gina Phillips were allowed to improvise many of their scenes, which writer and director Victor Salva kept in the final cut.
Cool.
The original title was Here Comes the Boogeyman. It would have played well, but yeah. The roadside diner was a set building for the film, but it looked real enough to passerby would try to stop and get food and gas. So they'd be like, "Hey, is this real?" That's awesome. After budget cuts, Victor Salva was left with $10 million to make his movie. When it premiered, it grossed $15.8 million, a record day for Labor Day weekend. Ultimately, Jeepers Creepers earned $37.9 million in North America and a total of $59.2 million worldwide. So,
damn.
Definitely made more than their money back.
And most of the time when they do make that, they always like, well, we can plan a sequel.
Yeah. Because why not? Right?
Yeah, this franchise is a hit. Why not make a sequel, right?
Let's see. One more. The Oath, Jeepers Creepers, originated in the early 20th century as a polite euphemism for Jesus Christ. Jiminy Cricket was a synonym the synonym before the latter phrase was co-opted by Walt Disney as the name of the cartoon insect.
Cool. That's an interesting fact.
Yeah,
actually.
it is. Definitely is. I'll do one more. Okay, one more. The creeper is never referred to as the creeper. He's only referred to as guy, man, he, or it. Although Gisele refers to him as a demon or a devil or just some hungry thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also noticed that, I don't know if you noticed, like when the song was playing and when he attacks, did you hear him? He was like whistling the song.
No.
He goes, he's a, as he's standing on the car, you know.
I didn't even pay attention to that.
Yeah, he was whistling
Nice.
the song. So I thought that was a cool touch.
That is awesome. All right, everyone, that's our fun facts for today. Thank you so much for watching, and go follow us on all of our socials, Insta, TikTok, etc. And go over to patreon.com/thecalvincam if you really want to support us and join the community. go over there. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button down below, and we will see you tomorrow on October 7th.
See you then.